and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Leaves it with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Noles will hustle to the line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Quick handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. Fair catch called for and made. Getting set for first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. They move the tight end all over. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for the end zone. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. The give to the tailback. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Running for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll give it to the back. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. The give and the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. On second down, he'll let it fly. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is just a play you've got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Right back to it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Motion from the offense. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quarterback checking off. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Dances away. Fires and picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Woo, that linebacker sacked that quarterback, and he was on him quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, and you see quarterbacks back there pointing and telling the offensive line who to block, and, well, it didn't work, okay? He was not prepared for that. He comes scot-free, and the quarterback pays the consequences for that one.
They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Unloads it downfield. It's complete. A huge pickup. And he's running in the open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, no!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The inside handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Wide out in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's got his man. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Using the quick game. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wyoming. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll put the tight end in motion. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Movement here from the tight end. They go right back to him. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half. Build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Time dwindling away as as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. First down here for the offense. Corner's going to give them room. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, looking for a man. He's taking the shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Power football with the run. He breaks a tackle. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got the tight end. Breaks the tackle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo.
Offense facing 3 down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Rides to the back. Able to move it ahead a couple yards. He gets it down to the 20. Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Here's the handoff. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Darisaw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to keep running. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, he chews up yards, doesn't he? That was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays, and thank goodness they got him on the ground and there wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And, RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they put him all over the place. They put him in motion and give him the football. Just find ways to get your playmakers the football and get the football to him in space where he can do damage like he did on this play.
The give to the back. low man wins, and he just smashed him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, TCU 21, Florida State 14.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They move the tight end all over. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous. Shoot up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Creates a little space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Got out of trouble and throws. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 1 brings up second down.
As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He finds his man. He'll work his way down to the 28. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
Got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hard Rock! They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're trying to get to it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback moving. Turns it on in midfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's going to fire deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That one comes out hot down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff, and these guys on